What's going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. This is going to be a video game haul. It's been a long time since we've done one of those on this channel. So basically I had somebody reach out to me who had a friend who was moving and they were clearing out like their son's old bedroom. Okay. So they showed me some stuff and I said, hey, the video game stuff I'd be interested in, maybe some of the toys. I went and took a look. Okay, so I came home with a couple of bins, a few loose items. I spent $100 total. It was a really good buy, honestly. I'm pretty sure they were happy with it. They just wanted it gone. They knew that I was going to be reselling it, so they knew they were going to be selling it reasonably cheap, and I just went in and made an offer. So I was kind of hoping they would have told me what they expected, but they said, make an offer. I said, how about $100? They didn't hesitate. They said, sure, that's fine. So here's what I got. All right, so let me show you guys what I got here. There's two bins. There's also a lot of junk back here as well, apparently. Let's get this one out first. Okay. This bin is all just Lego pieces, except for this helicopter. I don't really know. I might just lot this stuff up and try to sell it. I also know a few guys who do Lego, so maybe I could just offer to them. Anyway, it was all a bundle deal. Paid $100 for everything. You know, I got a couple of DVDs. You know, there's a nice little throw in here. Not bad. This isn't part. This is something else. This sealed model. I didn't look up any of this stuff, obviously. But the thing we really wanted here was this bin right here. Okay, try not to dump it all over the place. Oh boy. All right, so the big reveal. Okay, see a Genesis there. See a bunch of really cool games. You can see a Nintendo down there. I didn't even dig past this, to be honest. With some controllers. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of these type of games as well, right? Call of Duties and stuff don't typically do well. There are some sports games in here. All right, but there's a little bit of everything, including whatever this is. I don't even know. Video game classic. Yeah, this is what we're starting with anyway. So everything you see in this video probably will take place over a few days. I'm gonna take this stuff in the house. I'll likely list some of this, maybe even today, but I'm gonna get comps for everything. You know, the stuff that's now worth a lot of money, I'll show you. And the stuff that's worth good money, I will break those items down and tell you the profits, because that's where the big money is going to be. The consoles need to work to be worth better money, but they're still going to be worth decent money for parts and repair. I do think this will be pretty good overall. The Lego, the more and more I think about it, I have a couple of buddies who do Lego and I might just offer it to them for a really decent price. And other than that, yeah, so I'm gonna go through all this stuff and I'll update you in this video on what it's all worth. All right, it's a couple days later. We're just going to go through the Genesis games to start. And then, you know, tomorrow I might do PlayStation games or whatever. But for right now, let's start with the Genesis games. Once again, I paid $100 for everything you'll see in this video. Mickey, so none of these have manuals here. So this is Mickey Mania. Looks like 25, 30 bucks. Without a manual, I'm going to say 25 bucks on that one. What is it? It's the Warlock, but it also is Beware of the Ultimate Evil of the Warlock. Okay. Good condition. I'm valuing that around $20. That's what I listed it for. The Human, I thought this one looked interesting. I never actually remembered seeing this game. This one, I did have to clean up. I don't know if you can actually see it on here. I don't know if it's on that side. I'm not seeing it. Or it could be on this side. I did a pretty good job. I cleaned up some white liquid pen that was on there. Some whiteout, I guess is what that is actually called. The Gods. Okay. This one, what do I have this one at? So Humans was 17. The Gods looks like it's about 34 bucks. Nice condition here. I don't think this one was a rental either. A couple of them do have stickers on the back. Then we have this one. This was Mike Dicka's football. I'm gonna take this to the booth, okay? It's got like some issues here with the front of it. It's only worth maybe $7 to begin with. It's cool that it has the box. Maybe somebody will want it, but you know, I don't want to ship it with a broken box like that. So we'll just call that $7. I think, oh, actually I put $12 in the booth, but I don't know, $7 to $12, something like that. Sonic 2. Okay, so this is Sonic the Hedgehog, and then it's also Knuckles. And I didn't know this one, Knuckles was a rental. Oops, I'm shaking the camera. Knuckles was a rental, and I didn't really know what this was. And when you don't know what something is, you call up your buddy. My buddy in this case was John. I sent him a message on Instagram actually. I said, hey, do you know what this is? And yeah, he informed me that I think it's a game all on its own, but if you use it with a game like this, it adds Knuckles to Sonic 2.
Not only is it the greatest Sonic game ever, it also comes with lock-on technology. Plug in Sonic 2 and use Knuckles to play in a whole new way.
And it's pretty cool. I actually don't remember this, so, you know, seems pretty cool. I thought, oh, maybe it's worth some decent money. I'm gonna sell them together for maybe about 50 bucks. I think this guy's about 40 by himself, and this is like a $10 game. So I'm gonna try to get 50, or at least list it for 50, and see if I can get that or get an offer, you know, because there's always gonna be offers available on all this stuff. NBA Action, this is another game that's gonna go in the booth. I do have the box, even though the box is all messed up, no manual or anything like that. I'll see if I can package them together and keep them together and throw them in the booth for like, once again, like $7, something like that. Then we have Echo the Dolphin. So this one's actually in good shape, but it's got some damage on the case. Same with the corners. The game itself, good shape. I think I listed mine for about $17 roughly. Thought that seemed okay. Like I said, I don't know if I'll get that for any of these. This is the best one. Fatal of Labyrinth. I don't know how to pronounce that, okay? But that's what it is. I'm sure somebody out there does know what it is. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. My apologies. But regardless, this one, it's in really good shape. Looks like it could be about $37. So an estimate or a guesstimate of just these games here, if they sell for what I'm suggesting, you know, this is gonna be before fees and everything, but there's about $209 in value here. So we're off to a really good start. I haven't tested the consoles. I haven't looked through any other games to make sure they're actually in the cases and stuff like that. But this is a pretty good start. You know, once I get the next batch of games done, I'll update you in this video. All right, so the very next day, I did go through the Sony games. So we're gonna look at PS3 and PS4 games. We're gonna start with PS4. Okay, so here's Madden 17. Most of these have the insert. Unfortunately, most sports games are duds. I'm gonna say this is worth about $8. I could throw it in my booth for $5. That is way more likely that I'm gonna do that with the sports games. We have FIFA 14. Once again, this one has no manual or no insert. They don't all have manuals, but some do have the insert. Same thing, there's comps for about $8. I'm gonna realistically look at it and say it's probably gonna sell for $5 for me. Diablo, this is Reapers of Souls. It's supposed to be Ultimate Edition. I think there's supposed to be more than one disc. The way that it is, it looks like it sells for about $8. Once again, I most likely would put this in the booth for $5, okay? Now we have a few better ones here. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, okay? This one has a little bit of damage right there on the back case. It does have, I have to look to see if there's another little insert, but this has the code and everything on it. This still sells for about $15 to $18. Not too bad. Now this one, I need to keep these separate. Now this one really surprised me. NBA 2K14 with LeBron on the front, okay? Decent game. I got one-handed at the moment, so has the manual, right? I have no idea why this is worth so much. It looks like it could be worth anywhere from like $25 to $35. If you know, let me know. I don't know if it has something to do with maybe somebody had passed away or something, but yeah. Anyway, very happy about this one. PS3 games, I actually thought some of these might be better, and they're honestly not. So let's start with, I got them upside down here. So let's start with Uncharted 3. You can see for somewhere it was for 15 bucks. Somebody had it for sale, right? Or probably the kid bought it for 15, whatever. However it came that way. It has the manual, has everything. It's still only worth about $3 to $5. Definitely gonna go in the booth. A lot of these ones will go in the booth. What else do we have here? We have Call of Duty World at War. It's this one right here. Just looking down at my list. Looks like this one actually does still sell online for about $13 to $15. So probably we'll throw that one online. Then we have Gran Turismo 5, another kind of mediocre game. Looks like it's only about a $5 game as well. I believe this one did have the manual. The XL version of this, I think, is worth some pretty decent money, but this one is not. A lot of these are just overproduced titles, right? Fallout 3, good game. It's got the manual, but not the poster. Same thing, probably $5. I can't even find an exact comp for this one. I'm sure there's one out there, but when I was just doing quick research, I didn't see one. Assassin's Creed, okay, Assassin's Creed 3, actually. This guy does have a manual as well. Still not worth a bunch of money, $4 or $5. Definitely we'll just throw it in the booth and try to get $4 or $5 for it. And then the last one is another Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This one looks like it could be about $15. If we take a look here at some of the numbers, in the PS4 games, I'm valuing them around $69, maybe a little bit less with the ones that get thrown in the booth. So even maybe $60 would be fair. And then with the PS3 games, maybe about $45 total. All right, I have some extra time today, so I decided to go through the Xbox stuff because there's only 3 games. So I figured we'd get these out of the way as well. First off, we're gonna start with a PC game. I'm just gonna discard this. I could probably sell it for $10, but sometimes with the codes and stuff, it gives you trouble, and it's just, you know, for $10, this thing's gonna be tough to ship. I'm just gonna donate that game. I don't really love selling PC games either. So Xbox, regular Xbox, NHL 07, maybe a $3 game, not very good at all. Another dud, we have Kinects. Okay, I think this one has like the insert in the manual and everything, still not very valuable. Something like this, I would lot up with like a whole bunch of other Kinects games. You're basically trying to hide this in a bundle to get rid of it. I don't know what I'll do with it. It might go in the booth. I'm still gonna value it around $3. Okay, so this one though is really good. Guitar Hero World Tour. It would be good no matter what, but because it's brand new and sealed, it's got like the little QR code or the whatever, the scannable tag here from wherever it came from originally. I don't know, hopefully it came in a box set or whatever. This thing though, sealed, about $27, okay? So even if we just kind of like throw together a couple bucks for these guys, we got about $30 in Xbox games. This one was definitely a good surprise, brand new and sealed. And the seal's in like really, really good condition. There's no, you know, there's no breaks in it, and it actually has this seal as well, which is what you want. So pretty sure it's not a reseal because the actual sticker seal has never been broken. So happy with it, happy to find this one. The rest of this stuff is kind of pretty mediocre. All right, it's been a couple more days. I've got a lot of the video games listed. I did test the consoles, everything works. We'll go through the consoles here at the very end too. But first, let's go through the NES games. Okay, first of all, we have Mario Duck Hunt. This is a very, very common game, maybe $8. This one, most likely I'll throw in the antique booth. What else we have? I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. Sometimes that's a good thing. In this case, it's like an $8 game. Will it go online? Probably not. This one, Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what I'll do with that one. Obviously, you can sell it like this, but it's not very valuable to begin with. It's a very low value game, so that definitely hurts. I'll probably throw it in the booth for a couple of dollars too. This is another baseball game. Not super good. Did I comp this one? I'm just trying to take a look. Bases loaded, about $70. It's also got a condition issue here. I don't know if that was like a rental number. So, you know, so far not great on the NES games. This one, NASCAR, same thing, maybe $6 to $10. Probably another booth item, but there is one good NES game, you know. I actually remember getting this for my birthday when I was in public school. It was a pretty great game. It was a pretty great day, honestly. I remember getting this game and then having to go to school and then waiting to come home and play it. That was a long day. Looks like this one still sells for about $25. This one will definitely go on eBay. So before we get into the consoles, let's talk about the other things here. So first of all, the Lego, the bin of Lego, it's definitely valuable. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna exclude it just because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I do probably think there's, you know, if I just wanted to sell it to somebody else, I probably could get like $30 or $40 and let them deal with it. And there's probably tons of profit in there. Gonna take a better look at it, but it's not gonna be something I do right away. This is a sealed model here. I think I found a sold comp around $30 for this thing. It is Motor City Muscle. I do think because it's got a little bit of box damage, I'll probably try to throw it in the booth first for maybe like 25, 30 bucks, something like that. So that will be good too. These sealed DVDs. So we have House Season, is that Season 1? No, I don't know what that is. Oh, Season 5, sorry. Season 6, these are all sealed. You know, somebody originally paid $40 or $50 for some of these. Okay, another house sealed, another house sealed. I was hoping that these were gonna be like 30 bucks or 20 or 30 bucks still. They don't sell for a lot individually. What you really need to do is have the complete series or a good run like Season 1 through 7 or whatever, right? The way these are, brand new and sealed, I don't know. I'm gonna probably throw them in my booth for $8 a piece, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do with these. Okay, so give me a minute here. You'll obviously see it right away, but I'm gonna go grab the consoles and I'll show you what's left here. And I think there's some pretty good value. All right, we got everything here. So far, if we're just talking about the video games, the DVDs, and the model, added everything up. It looks like so far there's about $406 in potential value here. I think this will add a little bit more. So let's take a look here. So first off, in this bin, there was a PlayStation Move controller. These used to be a little higher, like worth a little bit more, but even still, that should be an easy 20 bucks. I'll have to charge this one. I didn't even know it was in there until I pulled the bin out. I'm just gonna show you consoles only. I think everything here has controllers, so I have complete systems. This was another thing that was in here. Haven't tested it yet. I did look it up quick. It's like a Shrek little arcade style game. Just takes batteries. You know, I've sold like Dora the Explorer, different SpongeBob one like this before. They're usually okay. This one looks to be about 20 bucks. If it was new in package, it could be a lot better. So let's start first, I guess, with the Sega Genesis. Okay, so this one does work. It's missing this piece here, and I'm wondering if somebody took it off because it says, please don't remove. Is this where you put the 32X one on top? Was it Sega CD that went to the side? I think that's where the side comes off. But anyway, I do have a buddy who has a lot of parts for different machines. So I'm gonna contact him and see if they can find just that piece. But this thing, not worth a ton of money anyway. 50 bucks potentially. I could sell it for parts for just 36 if for some reason it was gonna cost too much money to do that. The model of this particular one is MK1631. Okay, and I do have 2 controllers to go with it and all the cords and all that stuff, but they're just in this bin beside me. Next, we have a Sony PlayStation 1. I do have 2 controllers for this as well, no memory cards. Tested this one out, it does work fine. I was worried, there's a little bit of a rattle, but I don't think it's anything too serious. I will try to clean it out a little better just to see if there's something in there. It's not even making the noise anymore. But anyway, Sony PlayStation 1. This one, I know what the last 4 digits are, but it's SCPH7501. That's the actual model of this one. Looks to be about $70. And I think you have two gray controllers to go along with this, and all the power supply and all that stuff. So this as well, when I initially opened it, that's where I found Mario 3. I did test this out. It is working as well. I will test it a little longer because sometimes they have the tendency to do the blinking light or have issues. So I'm gonna play it for a little bit because that'll be fun. And then I'm just gonna leave it on for a little bit to make sure it doesn't have any weird like faulty things. It also needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it works. And that is the important thing here. And as I was looking, so I'm just gonna talk about just the machine for a second. NES 001, okay, so that's the model. I have 2 controllers for this as well, and I'm thinking it's worth about 100 bucks that way. I could probably take like my $8 Mario Duck Hunt, pair it up with this, probably do even better. I could even maybe, I think Mario 3 I still would want to put in by itself. I could throw a couple other games in if I wanted to, just to get rid of them that way. And it might be a good way to sell them as well. But, you know, definitely probably the original Mario / Duck Hunt. I wish I had the zapper gun to go with it. I don't. I could look for one, but we'll see. We'll see how far I get this week in listing. But yeah, pretty happy with this. $100. All right, so if we break this down a little bit here, it looks like in the video game stuff, there's like $261 roughly. That's with the video games, the Move Controller, Shrek, all that stuff. If we add that to the other total, so 406 plus 260 is $667. I think that's pretty good. Obviously, you know, I haven't talked about the Lego yet, and I don't know. I think that's probably going to be pretty good, but I don't really know how good yet. I have to get all this stuff listed yet. I have listed a lot of the games, and a lot of the lower value games that I'm talking about that are like $5 to $10. Those take forever to sell, and I might wind up lighting them up at some point and getting rid of them that way. You know, I'll try to sell my booth for like $5 to $8, that sort of thing. So even though it adds up to be a lot of money, it's not like this is all easy money to get. The easy money for sure, the consoles, those should sell no problem. A few of the better games should sell no problem. The DVDs in the booth will be fine. The model, those are easy sells. But video games, you know, they do add up. But keep in mind, though, it will take a good amount of time to sell these. And, you know, could have I offered more money? Yes. But it is a lot of work to get all this stuff listed. Just keep that in mind. You don't want to pay too much for this stuff either, because then you won't be motivated to do the work. You know, I'm in it cheap enough that I want to put the work in. I'm going to get a good return on my investment. I'm really happy with this buy overall. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content, and we'll see you soon.